What if I told you Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in NBA history, has been quietly seething behind the scenes, feeling completely blindsided by the Phoenix Suns? Imagine finding out you're on the trade block, not from your front office, but from the media. Well, that's exactly the nightmare KD is living right now. Today, we're digging into why his relationship with Phoenix is fracturing, which teams have been knocking on his door, and why the most shocking landing spot might just be the Minnesota Timberwolves. Strap in, because this saga keeps getting worse. KD's betrayal, blindsided, media leak over player meeting. On January 31st, while the Suns were in San Francisco, Shams Charania dropped a bomb. Kevin Durant was involved in trade discussions. Not consulted, not alerted, just scrolled across his phone like the rest of us. Durant was playing in the very city where one of the suitors, the Warriors, were hosting his current team. Instead of a personal call, he heard about it through random sources. That's a 15-time All-Star, treated like a last-minute gift card. Blindsided. The word on the street, according to Shams, Durant felt blindsided. Imagine dedicating years to a franchise, helping them construct championship aspirations, only to learn they were shopping you around to multiple teams without so much as a courtesy heads-up. This isn't just a bruised ego. In KD's mind, professional respect is paramount. Being shopped behind his back undercuts trust, and that breach is going to echo all off-season long. The Suns' master plan. Jimmy Butler, Inc. Depth crisis in Phoenix. Despite boasting perennial all-stars like Durant and Booker, Phoenix has struggled with roster depth. Injuries and lack of reliable role players have haunted them, threatening even a playoff berth in the ultra-competitive West. Management's brilliant solution: swap Durant for Jimmy Butler, a two-way alpha who could shore up the wing and add veteran grit. Bradley Beal, roadblock. The flip side: to make copious Jackson at the wings work, the Suns needed to offload Bradley Beal's massive contract. Atlanta and Washington expressed interest. Only if Beal waived his no-trade clause. He didn't. So the Butler for Durant dream died on the vine, leaving Phoenix exposed. They couldn't execute their preferred multi-team maneuver, yet inexplicably never told KD they were trying. The Grizzlies and Wizards calls. Sources say Memphis and Washington both dialed Phoenix, inquiring about Durant, a 15-time All-Star, mind you. Again, he wasn't informed until sensational headlines hit social media. Professional courtesy calls? Non-existent. Transparency? Clearly optional in Phoenix. The Golden State proposal. Warriors' blockbuster offer. Golden State's pitch was audacious. Kevin Durant for Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kuminga, Jonas Valanciunas, 2 unprotected first-round picks, 2 second-rounders, plus pick swap rights. A king's ransom. From Phoenix's perspective, that haul was mouthwatering. But the chemistry? That's the real question. Durant's loyalty response. When pressed, KD told reporters he was happy in Phoenix, publicly dismissing any Warriors reunion talk. But insiders doubt his sincerity. Remember, this is a man who has chased rings and thrived in familiar settings. Draymond's grudge. One major obstacle: Draymond Green. Years ago, Draymond publicly declared the Dubs didn't need KD, a slap that cut deep. In KD's world, perceived disrespect outweighs basketball logic. So despite having the blueprint to seamlessly slide into Steve Kerr's system alongside Steph and Klay, Durant reportedly flat-out refused the Warriors' offer. Miami and Heat check. Heat's attractive core. Miami boasts a championship mentality, led by Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and rising stars like Tyler Hero. For a competitor like Durant, the Heat's culture is appealing. Reports indicate Durant is open to Miami, where his scoring prowess would immediately elevate a roster already built for playoff runs. Contract logistics. Any Heat deal would likely center around Andrew Wiggins' contract from Golden State via Phoenix, plus future picks. It's complex, but Heat president Pat Riley thrives on intricate roster architecture. Miami has a proven track record of making big moves and then integrating superstars into their Heat culture. Rockets and Thunder. Homecoming? Houston Rockets' dark horse bid. Houston holds Phoenix's unprotected picks, a tantalizing chip that could sweeten any Durant deal. After tasting the playoffs for the first time in years, the Rockets might court KD as the ultimate mentor for their young core. There's mutual respect. KD spent his formative seasons in Houston, and the Rockets front office has repeatedly hinted at wanting to reunite. Oklahoma City Thunder reunion. Then there's OKC, Durant's launching pad. The Thunder sit on a treasure trove of draft capital and young talent poised to supplement KD if they fall short in 2025. A return to Oklahoma City would be poetic, a chance to close the loop by trying to deliver a title to the franchise where he first blossomed. The shocker, Minnesota Timberwolves, Team USA, chemistry. Believe it or not, the Minnesota Timberwolves have emerged as a dark horse contender for Durant. Why? The chemistry between KD and Anthony Edwards dates back to the Olympics. Their locker room bond is undeniable. Their on-court interplay during practices, shared handshakes, mutual chirps, sparked rumors that Durant might fancy joining forces with Ant-Man. Active discussions. The Athletic reported that the Wolves quietly floated a Durant for Wiggins plus picks proposal to Phoenix. KD reportedly gave the idea initial approval. Minnesota's current configuration, Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, or his successor, Edwards, has underperformed, and adding Durant could reignite the franchise's dormant ambitions. Logistical headaches. As a second apron team under the NBA's luxury tax rules, Minnesota faces roster and tax complications. That's why no deal materialized at the deadline. But in the off-season, they could clear cap space and rearrange assets to make it happen. What this means for Phoenix. Eroding trust. The saga underscores a foundational breakdown between Durant and the Suns. Trust has been compromised beyond repair. A star of KD's caliber needs to feel valued and in the loop on organizational strategy. If Phoenix misses the playoffs, they've hovered around the 10 seed, the pressure will intensify, and KD's desire to leave will turn into a demand. Booker slump. Let's not ignore Devin Booker. His efficiency has dipped this season, and after a first-round sweep last year, fans and media are questioning whether the duo can carry Phoenix back to contention. If the Suns falter down the stretch, especially with a brutal remaining schedule, Booker and Durant's partnership will face scrutiny, and changes loom large. Contract clock ticking. Durant has 1 year left on his contract. The power dynamic in summer 2025 will heavily favor KD if he opts out or demands a trade. Phoenix will need to earn his loyalty through performance, or risk watching him walk for nothing. Off-season scenario planning. Ideal Suns course. For Phoenix to salvage this relationship, they must show genuine transparency. No more back-channel trading without player knowledge, and add quality role players at the deadline. Bringing in floor spacers, defensive wings, or a lockdown center could convince Durant that the front office still believes in championship window integrity. Likelihood of breakup. All signs point to a breakup. Analysts across the league predict Durant will break up with Phoenix unless the Suns dramatically overperform. KD's agent and inner circle have been vocal. If the Suns miss, the divorce papers are signed. Destinations ranked. Heat, culture fit, existing stars, playoff pedigree. Rockets, familiar ties, young core, draft capital. Thunder, nostalgia, rebuild synergy, loyal fan base. Timberwolves, Olympic chemistry, emerging star duo, underdog allure. Warriors, seamless fit but personal animus with Draymond makes unlikely. So, what's next for Kevin Durant? Will he remain loyal to a Suns organization that left him in the dark? Or will he seize control of his destiny, packing his bags for Miami, Minneapolis, or back to Oklahoma City? One thing's certain. This offseason promises blockbuster drama. If you're as shocked as we are, hit that like button and subscribe for every twist and turn of KD's saga. Drop a comment below. Where do you think Kevin Durant will land? And don't forget to ring that bell so you never miss an update.